Hey guys, it's me, Pre, aka the Pokemon Boy, and for those of you who don't know, Smogon literally just released their new, basically, tier changes. I'm finding it really hard not to read this comic because I know it'll be some sort of spoiler. But yeah, they recently just released their new tier changes. Now, I thought it'd be quite cool, rather than me just showcase, you know, a session with these Pokemon in them, which I may or may not do, not decided yet. But what I could do is show you live my reaction and thoughts to the changes. I promise I have not looked at them yet. So I'm literally opening them now. I refrained from opening them because I woke up at obscene time here just to watch the Mayweather Pacquiao game, boxing match. And that was a bit of a letdown in the end. But yeah, I'm not going to rant about that. Yada yada yada. We know about all this. Okay. I'm not going to open the usages. Where does it... Okay, right. That's where it starts. So, Tornadus T moved from BL to OU. That's not too bad. That's basically usage change in terms of, you know, it doesn't change what tier you can use it in. Scrafty from UU to RU is an interesting one, because Scrafty can be used in UU, and it is sometimes used in UU, but at least this way it should see even more usage. Gallade, that's not too big because Mega Gallade is pretty much the only reason it was in OU to begin with. Kingdra moving down, okay, so even more crits in RU. Mandibus, ooh, that's a big one. Mandibus from OU to UU. Overcoat is going to be brilliant now, but obviously you don't get the drizzle, but still, this is really good. Like, now, along with Hippowdon, we'll have another, well, Hippowdon and Fortress, but we'll have another good physical wall. That's brilliant for UU. Flygon moving, okay, I can understand, like, it doesn't see a lot of usage anyway, and I think with RU it'll be useful as a U-turner. Yeah, I can see them being choice banded to get a lot more damage done on Crest. Alakazam moved up, okay, that's pretty good. I have a feeling it'll move straight back down, but that's fine. Haunter moving from PU to NU isn't too big of a deal, and it's understandable when you think about its power outlet is actually very good, so it makes sense. Like, you can run Specs, you can run Choice Scarf. I think Choice Scarf is the main set, and also it gets Trick, it gets great coverage, so it's a very sensible move, I'd say. Obviously they don't pick on it, it's based on usage, but it makes sense. Heliodus back to UU. Okay, so why did they push it down in the first place? Like, it went all the way down to... Okay, well, I'm trying really hard not to look at the other ones. Okay, it went all the way down to NU just to move back. It makes sense. Like, I feel as if it went down, so people said, okay, let's use it in this tier, and they used it, and as it's moving up, people are just carrying on using it in the tier it's moving up. That's why I think it's found itself back up. Duality, again, that's a usage move. It doesn't change the tier we can use it in. Mamoswine, whoa, that is huge. That's a problem because it'll check your power on pretty well, but it's Icicle Crush isn't even a 2-hit KO. Well, it's 3-hit KO at best, I think. That's not too bad. I think Mamoswine, sorry, will see a lot more usage. Partly because, you know, like I said, Hippowdon's pretty good. But what it does mean is that we've got more in UU. There's a lot more ice. Well, there's only one, but you know, ice types are always good to have, and I think this will help out the tier. That's interesting. Oh no! Oh, crap. Oh, sorry guys. I just read. Hippowdon's moving up. That's an issue. That is a massive problem. I'm thinking from the IEP standpoint from my team. I was hoping to keep Hippowdon, and it's been, you know, I'd say next to Talonflame and Latias has been one of the main Pokemon on my team. It's been so central, and now I can't keep it unless I drop Talonflame, which isn't happening. Oh, that's not good. Okay, but now speaking from a less biased standpoint, Hippowdon's always been a brilliant wall. It's always been like A rank, A+ rank, so it makes sense that it would move up, because due to it being so effective, its usage has moved up, and especially in this A/meta game where you're seeing more and more steel types, it makes sense that Hippowdon would be here, because it takes on a lot of this physical attack, especially Egg Slash. Egg Slash can't really touch Hippowdon. Flachinder moving from RU to NU. Okay, Smogon Bad Jr. moving back down. That's a thing. I think it moved up to begin with, didn't it? Okay. Well, obviously it must have at some point. Okay, that's understandable. Bad spam is going into NU. So basically, you lose a fire type in the form of Typhlosion, you gain one. That's basically what's happening here. Sigilyph, that's again usage move. Slapper from RU to UU. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. I never encountered many Slurpuffs in RU anyway, but I guess the one thing is this will be great for Salamence. Obviously, you can bear in mind. I know you can already use some of these. For example, Slurpuff, I know you can already use it in UU, you don't, so you should already take care of Salamence. But I feel as if as soon as a Pokemon moves up in a tier, people are more likely to notice it. That's why I think this is great, and burden with, against Salamence, you can, as long as Mence has only got like one Dragon Dance up, you're pretty much going to move first. You can play rough, kill it, that's good. Come out, moving from NU to RU, okay, again, that's mainly because of the Mega. Oh no, Magneton. Again, I'm going to be slightly biased here. IEP standpoint, I was going to keep Magneton as my RU retention. I can't do that now, it's dropped down. This move, I don't know, it kind of surprises me and it kind of does it, I can understand why there's been less usage of it. It fluctuates. What it really depends on is how many steel types are there. That's like with Magnezone and Magneton. It'll always be how many steel types are in that tier, because as the number of steel types go up, this thing's usage will go up. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next move, like in a month's time when they do the quick moves, I wouldn't be surprised if this moves straight back up, because Steelix, Doublade, they're gonna have one less thing to be scared about. Obviously, you could still use it in RU, but that's what I'm saying. People will initially use it less because it's moved down. Also moving up. That's pretty big, because it's one of the best Megas in RU next to Steelix, I'd say. But in moving up, I don't know, I've got a feeling it may move back down very quickly, because it won't see a lot of usage in a tier where there's so many fire types, like good fire types. You're talking Chandelure, Entei, Arcanine, Rotom Heat, they can all take this thing pretty well. Rotom Heat isn't very good, but they can all take it very good. The one thing it does do, again, Salamence will be stopped by this, because I'm pretty sure it can never hit and then Blizzard or even Ice Shard and kill him without the attack drop from Intimidate. But yeah, Doublade, like I said, this one's another interesting one, but it makes sense. This is why I think they shouldn't let Aegislash back in. Doublade is basically the same one, bar the ability change, and just with the typing alone, this thing has managed to get itself from obscurity to UU. So this thing with much better stats and with an amazing ability, how the hell is that going to be OU? It shouldn't. So I'm hoping people will ban it. Finally, Cress has moved up. I kind of sounded like The Rock. I don't know. Finally, the Cress has moved up to you. Okay. Oh yes. Thank you. Smogon. Actually, it's not even Smogon. It's just usage. You know what? I reckon. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but I think its usage has always been high, and Smogon just trolling us, so they didn't move it up until now, because I figured it out. No. But in all honesty, it's good that it's finally moved up. It's too good for... I think it's too good for UU, let alone RU. But, Slowking moving up... With the emergence of Mega Steelix, Slowking has seen an increase in usage. So it makes sense that this would move up. Noivern moving down. Okay, makes sense. I remember, beginning of OU, along with Trevenant, it was one of the biggest threats in OU, so it's good to see it. Move down, because it's not been used afterwards. Chorus, again, that's just that doesn't affect what tier we can use it in, because it's from BL4 to NU. Kabutops from RU to NU, that's big, because it gives NU another 4 times weakness to grass. Yeah, so HP Grass, like I said, everything to hit. And also gives him another useful spinner, which is good. Swift Swim, obviously. Rain Dance you'll have to use. That can be useful for sure. Seismitoad moved. Oh, okay, so basically one grass. That's. No, I think this makes sense because it was really good. Seismitoad, I feel as if is always consistently good. This gen, it's always consistently been good in NUs and RUs. So it makes sense that this thing would move up because it was a good way to stop Typhlosion, who I know could carry HP Grass, but it's so easy to throw something next to this that resists the HP Grass. With almost every Typhlosion being choiced, that it was great. Primplup moving from P to NU. Makes sense. I think, if anything, don't quote me on this, but I think it was used more in NU than in PU anyway. So this I don't think will affect too many things. Like, plus considering it's a pure water type, it was always this in Water Turtle. It was pretty much what you want, default or rapid spin. So I don't think it'll affect the thing too much. Next one is huge though, because that's Whimsicott can't move from NU to UU. Okay, that does make a big difference. Because this thing was the premier prankster in RU. Now, if you're moving this thing up, it basically opens up the game for Amoonguss, because that's straight away, that's one Spore Check gone. And considering what else has moved up, like, you look at this here. Right, where is it? Flygon moving down is great for Amoonguss because it can take the EQ and it can Giga Drain neutral. Also it can tech in the HPIs, so you know, that's pretty good. Where are we looking here? Okay, Flichinda's gone down, which is good news for Amoonguss because basically one less threat. I know it can still be used, but it going down, like I said, it means it's less likely to be used until it finds its way back up again. So at least for the next couple of weeks. And then Magneton, one of the things that can resist its stats, that's moved down. Crest has moved up, one of his weaknesses. Doublade, which was completely moved up. Bomber Snow moved up. I honestly think, and Slowking moved up, but you know that doesn't affect it too much. With Whimsicott gone as well, I think Amoonguss can become a real good Pokemon now in the current RU metagame. I predict it to do well because, yeah, because like I said, you know, it's lost a Spore counter, and with Seismitoad coming in, hang on, I forgot to even mention that, didn't I? Seismitoad coming in, so basically now you want to use your Amoonguss for the Dinosaur. One thing Noivern kind of does good against Amoonguss. I don't even know if that was correct English, but yeah, I guess it could work. I think physically defensive Amoonguss, or at least maybe even offensive, bulky Amoonguss would work, considering Scrafty's coming in as well. Okay. Pinsir moved from RU to NU, that's pretty good. As obviously you guys know, I did use the Hypercutter AV one that I made, which I think did pretty well. I think it'd do even better in NU. I think with Fire Spam dying down, Pinsir will have a lot less threats to worry about. I realise I didn't go over everything in huge detail. Some things I literally just said and went past, and but I covered the things I wanted to cover. Powdon, I don't think it will ever move back down. Not this gen. I don't see it moving down. Because now it's there. If Aegislash sticks in OU, there's no way it's moving down for the next year, at least. But I kind of just have to hope that they got that one wrong and they're just gonna announce shortly. Nope, it's still UU, or even better, we messed up. Instead of moving it up, we were meant to move it down. It's now RU. Hooray! You know, something like that. Nothing else. Crest moving up is, you know, that's great, which is brilliant. One less thing to worry about. And like I said, I'm going to tip Amoonguss to do great things in RU. Actually, let's do one for one each here. NU, I predict, I don't even know. Maybe I just had one for RU. Actually, no, UU, I will say what will do well in UU. Mammothron will be great in UU. because, like, I honestly, Scarf Mammoth Swine I reckon is where it's going to be at, because this way you outspeed a lot of threats that would otherwise outspeed you. You can EQ the fire types, you could Ice Shard, or even Icicle Crush the dragons and the grounds and the flying types. I think Mammoth Swine would be great. Last but not least, in NU. I think, I don't know, there's a couple of things. I think for Shindo will do really well, but it's hard to tell. Once it gets one Swords Dance up, you know, it can really go for stuff. Magneton, I think that will, I don't know how I feel about Magneton. Moving down. I don't know if it'll be used there. Like I said, it depends on where the steel types be at. Obviously, Bronzong has one less thing to worry about, which means Amoonguss has one more thing to worry about. But yeah, they're my predictions. Mammoth Swine will do well, Amoonguss will do well, and Flichinda. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on these. You know, I've expressed mine, but I want to see what you guys think about these changes. Hey guys, you reached the end of my video. To show my thanks for you watching the whole thing, here's a picture of Jesus riding Arceus.